my twin, the Honorable Barbara Lee, because she has brought us together, and I'm delighted to be her partner in all of this. Thank you so very much.
Shall I introduce you, or do you? Okay.
We're glad to be here.
I'm so glad you came.
Good.
Very
Thank
much
you.
so. Congresswoman Barbara Lee from California is a member of the House of Representatives and helped to establish the Out of Poverty Caucus. Lee became the chair of the WHIP's Task Force on Poverty and Opportunity with the mission to raise awareness about the ongoing crisis of poverty, positive human and economic impacts of reducing and eliminating poverty, and the need for a comprehensive national effort to eradicate poverty. The Congresswoman has been a long-standing proponent of investing in communities and provide affordable and necessary assistance to those in need.
Thank you very much. Let me first thank you so much for that warm introduction, and thank all of you for being here. Your voices, your clarity of these issues, not only what the problems are, but what the solutions are very important to us as policymakers. I want to thank my sister and colleague, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, for allowing me to speak very quickly. I'll be very quick, but also for your tremendous leadership. I think you know Sheila Jackson Lee as a member of the Judiciary Committee, also our ranking member on the Crime Subcommittee. And she is on the floor and has legislation on so many issues that are very relevant to lifting people out of poverty and ensuring equality and justice for all. And so I just want to thank you once again for being a member of the task force, which we have over 80 members now on our task force. And for really putting poverty on our agenda, because oftentimes, and the reason I was so adamant about establishing a task force on poverty, income, inequality, and opportunity is because we talk about and support and fight for the middle class each and every day, which we must do. But there are millions of people who have not made it into the middle class. And they must hear that there are those here on Capitol Hill, both Democrats and Republicans, who are fighting for them also. And you know that many people feel shut out and left out because they're low income. They're working 2 jobs, still have to rely on SNAP and housing assistance, Section 8, and they shouldn't have to, but they're working hard. They're working hard and can barely make it. And so we have to be supportive and fight for them also, as well as for the middle class. A couple of things I just want to mention. First of all, as a single mother who raised 2 sons, I was on public assistance, on food stamps, on Medi-Cal in California. It was the only way I could get through college. Not unlike many young women who want to make a better life for themselves and their children. I'm on the Budget Committee and the Appropriations Committee, and oftentimes I hear the argument that, you know, we need to cut the safety net because these people don't need to be dependent on government funding and government subsidies. I know for a fact, and I think you have the data, that 99% of people who are on food stamps and SNAP and Medicaid and Section 8, they don't want to be there. They want a job. They want a good paying job so they can take care of their families. And so for many years I didn't talk about my own personal experience, but finally it got so bad up here until I had to start you know, the demonization of people, especially women and women of color who are low income and who are poor. That just got to me. So I had to start telling them, look, you know, you're talking about me, you know, so come on, back off of this stuff, because I know for a fact that the safety net is a safety net. It's a bridge over troubled water, you know. And so if we provide and support a safety net, and this is 50 years now after the War on Poverty, where HUD was established, the Higher Ed Act. Today is the anniversary of the, excuse me, is it ESEA today?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one is?
We're passing it.
Passing it, but I mean, it's 50 years ago.
Right, 65.
And all of the SNAP, all these Great Society programs, they worked. We haven't finished the work yet, but they have worked. And myself and other members of Congress are examples of how they worked. And we need to continue to provide for a safety net while at the same time providing for a living wage with benefits and decent housing and an opportunity and a path to opportunity and out of poverty. We know 47 million people, you know this, 47 million people living in poverty. We have women, African American women still earn 64 cents on the dollar. I think white women is about 75, 77 cents on the dollar. Latinas, you know, when you look at women of color, they're once again at the bottom end of the economic totem pole. And so paid family medical leave, raising the minimum wage to living wage, quality child care, universal preschool, all of the strategies that we know work should be policies that we all are adopting and supporting regardless of what party we are in. And I'm going to give you one example of which this just came to my attention, and I'm really pleased that I'm on this bill. And I just did an interview on it. And the reason I want to talk to you about it is because it's something that people are shocked about. 1 in 3 families struggle to provide diapers for their children. Okay? 48% of food bank clients say they delayed diaper changes, and 32% have reused disposable diapers, which of course increases the risk of illness for children. Now, SNAP funds cannot be used for diapers, and diapers cost families on the average for one child $70 to $80 a month. And so diaper banks have been established, but they're insufficient to meet the growing need. Research from Yale School of Medicine found that there's a direct correlation between diaper need and maternal depression. Okay? Not to mention the health care issues that are involved with delaying changes in diaper. Now, we're looking at low-income women and fathers and men who want to take care of their kids. They don't want to delay changing the kids' diapers. And so, thank goodness, we've introduced legislation to address that. Congressman Elson, DeLauro, myself, Congresswoman Jackson Lee. This will really ensure a grant program to the states to create demonstration projects to implement and evaluate strategies to help families with their diaper needs. I mean, something as simple and as innocuous and as people don't think this is important. This is really very important in terms of when you look at poverty reduction, poverty elimination, and helping children lead and infants lead healthy lives. I wanted to share that with you because there's so many strategies that can be used that don't really cost a lot of money, that would help lift people out of poverty, that are proven programs, that are scientifically sound, that you know about, if we only had the political will. We have 2 bills that I'm encouraging you to look at. It's the HALF and 10 Act, that's HR 258. That creates a national strategy to cut poverty in half in the next 10 years. That's more than 22 million people could be lifted out of poverty in 10 years. These are strategies that have been proven to work. We're trying to build some bipartisanship around that bill. And also HR 2721, which is our Pathways Out of Poverty Act, which expands and really improves the critical anti-poverty programs when you look at housing, unemployment insurance, job training, education, nutrition assistance, all of those programs we know that work. This strengthens them and provides real opportunities through this Pathways Out of Poverty Act. So hopefully you'll be able to kind of look at the legislation. Congresswoman Jackson Lee, Congressman Bobby Scott, all of the members who are on this task force have brought forth proven strategies that will work to lift people out of poverty on the federal and policy level. So I really encourage you to look at our legislation. And I want to thank you for being here because your voices and your organization and what you're doing each and every day really it's making a difference. But we need to be more connected to you as we try to move this legislation forward because, you know, 47 million people living in poverty in the richest and most powerful country in the world is shameful. And so we need to deal with that. Thank you again very much.